Put your hand in my face and I'm gonna knock you the fuck out. I'm that fucking guy. You understand me?
Hey everybody, Gunnison Undercover. Today is May 16, 2019. Beautiful day here in New Jersey. Sunshine, got some clouds in the sky, temperatures up in the 70s. Nice after a couple days of constant rain that we've had here. So we have more real stories of the Blue Zero heroes. You know, those fine, upstanding officers that are out there risking their life, protecting and serving the community. We have several stories here in New Jersey that I haven't gotten around to doing, so we're going to do them all in one shot. So you're going to get several for the price of one video. And the first one I got here is on NJ.com, like most of them are. And here's the story right there. I'll give you a little thing to look at. And it reads as follows. And cop charged with pulling a gun while driving and interfering with the investigation into an incident. Let's read the story and find out all the particulars on this one. I haven't read this one fully yet, so I don't know. And this is dated May 13, 2019. An Upper Saddle River police officer was arrested Monday after authorities discovered that he had brandished his weapon while driving and interfered with a potential internal affairs investigation, officials said. Kyle Zykowski, 34, of Ramsey, was charged with 6 crimes, including witness tampering and cyber harassment, after an investigation by the Bergen County Prosecutor's Office and the Upper Saddle River Police Department, according to a release from the Bergen County Prosecutor's Office. The agencies began looking into Zykowski after the Prosecutor's Office received word on April 4th that he acted in a disorderly manner by brandishing his weapon while driving and acting erratically, the release stated. After checking into the incident, they found that not only was it true, but also found evidence that Zykowski hindered a potential internal affairs investigation, authorities said. Zykowski did so by encouraging a witness to destroy evidence. That evidence was an audio recording between him and another woman. I read this in another article. Revealing a resident's domestic violence restraining order and other privileged information, and that he conspired to harass and intimidate a witness, acting Bergen County Prosecutor Dennis Callow said. The prosecutor's office did not provide any other specific details about the case, and it was not clear if Zykowski was on duty at the time of the alleged incident. Zykowski was served with a summons Monday. In addition to the witness tampering cyber harassment offense, he was also charged with hindering apprehension or prosecution, disclosure of domestic violence restraining order, harassment, and disorderly conduct. Well, isn't that nice? Okay, let's go on to the next story. It's never shortage of stories of Blue Zero heroes here in New Jersey. Seems like there's one coming out every other week. This one here is, let me click on this one. This one was actually given to me by NJ Diver. It says, NJ cop at traffic stop. I'm going to knock you the fuck out. All right. This is on the app.com. And this came out, this is released today, May 16th. So it says Atlantic City. 2 city police officers with long history, now get this, long histories of internal affairs complaints against them are being sued in federal court for violating the civil rights of 2 young men at a traffic stop, some of which was caught on video. Once again, the camera is our biggest weapon against these blue turds. Former Atlantic City police officer Andrew Jackie, who retired in 2017 on the unspecified medical disability, guarantees that his 90-pound canine dog will rip the F out of the man's bodies. On 2 occasions during the exchange, Jock also tells the men he will knock you the fuck out. Well, that's nice. 2 other officers, Glenn Abrams Jr. and Robert Nawrocki, are also named in the 2018 lawsuit. Jennifer Bonjean, an attorney for the plaintiffs, alleges the men were stopped, detained, threatened, and truthfully searched, even though they weren't committing any crimes or violating any traffic laws. Well, what a surprise. I mean, how often do we hear stories like that? There must be some kind of mistake here. Officers don't do that. They don't pull you over for no reason. They don't search your car for no reason. They don't give the dog positive signals so the dog will, wag his tail and look at the car. They never do that. Oh, let's read what else it says. I'm the fucking guy, you understand me? So calm the fuck down. You feel me? Jock says in the video. Yes, sir, one of the plaintiffs says in the video. You'll go away real cool, Jock says. Yes, sir, the plaintiff says. You start acting like a fucking fool, I will drag you out of this fucking window. Understand? Yes, sir, the plaintiff says again. I apologize. I'm not disrespecting you. You frog the fuck up, I got no problem. We'll step out and bang. I got no fucking problem, Jock says. You don't gotta do that. It doesn't have to be like that, one of the plaintiffs says. It doesn't have to be like that. So stop making it like that, Jock says. The plaintiffs remain composed in the face of Jock's tirades, more like threats, that was clearly designed to provoke the young men into a violent encounter that would have not ended well for them. According to the lawsuit, shortly thereafter, the cell phone recording the incident was taken by the officers. Wilson and Jones were ordered out of the car and were subject to an invasive search involved the officers touching their genital areas, according to the lawsuit. Well, I'll post, this is a little bit of a story here. I'll post the link and you can read it for yourself. That's it right there. You know, I've said in these other videos that these dogs, these canine dogs, they use them for two reasons. Maybe three. One is to circumvent search warrants. The other is to hurt you. Because the dog doesn't know any better. So they let the dog go. The dog is trained to bite your arm and shred it to pieces. And these cops always take their sweet time stopping these dogs from doing this. And we've seen a gazillion videos out there. I've posted a few of them. What these dogs really are used for. And just for the record, I believe there was a lawsuit settlement down there in Atlantic City not too long ago. I think it was in the tune of $2 million, maybe $3 million, where a police officer let a canine dog rip this guy to pieces. This guy had to get something like over 100 stitches on him. Man, it might have been 200 stitches. It was a pretty big lawsuit settlement. So that's, that's what these dogs really do. That's what these officers really do with the dogs, despite the fact these little propaganda stories that they do with the kids at schools. Okay, let's go on to the next Blue Zero Hero story. Let me find it. Okay, here we go. This is another one. And I have written here, Blue Zero Hero gets his job because he's related to the mayor. Now he's facing possible prison, and guess who gets the bill for this? So here it is. This is on NJ.com. Let me bring it up. This is a cop who got charged for beating the crap out of some kid. And the story goes as follows. Here it is. I'll just show you real quick right here, so you can see it. And it reads as follows. I didn't lie. Teen faces cop. He says brutally beat him in 2017. Monty Stewart was just going to get a leave from his girlfriend's house when he was pulled over and beaten by a Carteret police officer. The soft-spoken 18-year-old testified Tuesday in court. Now this is dated May 14, 2019. A jury on Tuesday viewed the officer's dashboard camera video of that officer who is charged with aggravated assault and official misconduct, wailing on a teenager following a brief car chase and subsequent crash in the Middlesex County Borough. The events depicted in the video led to a testy exchange between Stewart and the officer's attorney, Charles Guerra. The back and forth played out in the courtroom of Judge Joseph Pallone in Middlesex County Superior Court in downtown New Brunswick. Stewart, who was 16 at the time of the incident, took the stand to testify about how he was pummeled by Officer Joseph Ryman in the early morning hours of May 31st, 2018. Stewart recalled the night started when he swiped the keys to his father's vehicle without his permission to visit his girlfriend's house. On his way back home, he testified he encountered Ryman. The officer trailed him before switching on his emergency lights to pull him over. A nervous Stewart stepped on the gas by mistake and sped away from Ryman. He said the brief chase ended when Stewart crashed into a utility pole guard wire at Edwin and Bergen Streets in Crone Park neighborhood of Carteret. Stewart acknowledged being on probation for stealing a pair of sneakers, but said he was nervous about being pulled over because he feared repercussions from his father. During the cross-examination, Sciarra disputed Stewart's recollection. So anyway, just quick story because I read this before. The kid took his father's car. He went out to go see his girlfriend. Cop chases him, pulls him over, and the usual story. Any cop who's an honest cop, if there's any out there, which I don't think there is, will tell you that if you run from the cops, you're going to get a beat down. That's the way it works. I've had retired cops tell me if we have to chase you, you're going to get a beat down. I mean, they're going to punch you. They're going to mess you up a little bit. And I guess this kid ran away, and this cop, being the thug that he is, jumped on top and started wailing on him. And here we are. The cop's been charged with assault and battery, and he's facing jail time. And ultimately, whether he goes to jail or not, there will be a civil lawsuit, and the taxpayers once again will pay for the bad behavior of this police officer. It's the usual story, all the time. So I got another story here. Let me go. This one wasn't exactly a police officer. It was this one is a sergeant at Hudson County Jail charged with possession of child pornography. It seems like more and more Blue Zero Hero stories I'm doing involves children, doesn't it, folks? They've got a little thing for that. There's a gazillion things of porn out there for you to watch, okay? You want to sit at your desk and have fun with yourself, a gazillion things to look at, and it's free. Don't got to pay anything, okay? You can go to chatterbait.com, see all the naked people you want live in real time, okay? But instead, they got to download these pictures of kids. I mean, I don't get it. So let me click on the story, and we'll finish up the video with this one here. This is reported on NJ.com. It's dated May 10th, 2019. Here's the story. There it is. And I'll just read this real quick. A 33-year veteran. 33 years. This means, I'll get to the story there. 33-year veteran of the Hudson County Department of Correction has been arrested after the county prosecutor's office found child pornography on his home computer, authorities announced Friday. Sergeant Samuel Marino, 53, was charged Thursday with endangering the welfare of a child by possessing suspected child pornography, a third-degree crime. He is scheduled to make his first appearance on the charge in Central Judicial Processing Court in the Hudson County Administration Building at 10 a.m. on May 30th. Marino's arrest came after the Hudson County Prosecutor's Office got a search warrant and found child pornography on a computer in his home. Marino was then arrested at the jail in Kearney. He was suspended without pay Friday, and his service and personal firearms were confiscated by the department. We will proactively investigate and prosecute any violation of the law to maintain the integrity of this facility and to maintain the highest level of professional and ethical standards for law enforcement, Hudson County Department of Corrections Director Ronald Edwards said in a statement. So here we go, another turd with the kid stuff. Now, what I want to talk about with this one is this guy's got 33 years on the job, okay? We all know what he's going to do. I've talked about this a gazillion times. This is what they're going to... He's got retirement time in. So, he is going to put his retirement in, get his pension, and then he'll get some kind of nice little deal. He'll get a, I don't want to say it's a sweet deal, but he'll get a nice little deal. They'll take care of him, depending on how connected he is. He won't do the same kind of time a civilian would do if they got caught with the same stuff. But the bottom line is that, if he's got to go to jail for a year and he's put on the child predator list, it doesn't matter because he's going to get his pension and he's just going to leave the state. He's going to go fade away, go somewhere, and he's probably a sergeant, so he's probably getting about $140,000 a year, and he'll get 65% of that, so that's up around $80,000 a year. He'll take that money and just disappear and go live somewhere again. Nobody will know who he is or what he did, and he'll go live in a retirement community where he doesn't have to worry about kids, and he'll ride off to the sunset like most of these Blue Zero Hero turds do when they get caught. So there you have it. More fine, upstanding officers out there risking their life, protecting and serving the community. And, you know, they have a, you know, as I keep being told all the time, they have a difficult job. It's a very tough job. And we should show them respect. But I find it difficult to do these things when I keep reading these stories. And I want to say, where are the so-called good police officers? You know, you never comment on the channel. You never get on and say, I'm a police officer and I don't like that and I hope the guy goes to jail. You never say that. I never hear it. All I get is, you're a mutt. You better hope you never need the police. You know, that kind of crap. I get that all the time. But you never, you know, I keep hearing about this is just a small portion of police because the rest of them are all professional, but yeah, they must be all unable to talk or mute or I don't know what, because I've yet, in the years that I've been on here doing what I'm doing, ever had any police officer openly come out and say, I'm a police officer and I don't agree with this. They never do it. Never. Now, I've had a few privately when I've talked to them tell me they don't like the stories that I do because it doesn't, you know, they don't like it. They don't like when these turds out there are doing this kind of crap, but you know, I understand they feel helpless, but it's not an excuse. They could at least get up and say something. They could get on there and put up a Facebook channel or a YouTube channel and talk about it and say, we don't like this crap, but they don't. They just mums the word with them all the time. They just, you know, doing nothing is the same as doing something. Remember that. All right, so let me know what you think about these stories, these Blue Zero Hero turd stories in the comments section. Like, share, subscribe, you know the drill. If you see something, you record something. This phone is a very powerful weapon now. You see every day that this camera is taking these bad cops down and got them on the run. And the new slogan is, make your rights strong again. Exercise them.
Bro, ID right here. Can I get my phone?
Yeah, listen. Listen.
I'm not trying to give y'all a hard time, bro.
Brian, listen. There's two ways that this can go. Take that phone and stick it out of my face. I'm not going to tell you again.
Bro,
I'm not getting committed with no crime, but like, what's the probable cause,
my camera's on, so don't worry about it. Yeah, keep your hand out of it.
Chill.
Yo, cuz, can you hand me my phone, please, bro? It ain't that serious. I just want my phone.
I'm going to explain this one time and one time only. It's going to go two ways. You're going to act like a gentleman, and I'm going to treat you like a gentleman. You frog the fuck up, I guarantee you that 90-pound dog's going to come out, I'm going to rip the fuck out of you.
Sir,
and if your hand goes to disappear, I'm going to knock you the fuck out.
Problems, bro.
Put your hand in my face, I'm going to knock you the fuck out.
I don't want no
I'm that fucking guy, you understand me? So calm the fuck down.
All right, sir.
You feel me?
Yes, sir.
You'll go away real cool.
Yes, sir.
You start acting like a fucking fool, I will drag you out of this fucking window. You understand?
Just be quiet, cuz. Just be quiet, bro.
Right, sir. You're absolutely right. I apologize.
I'm not disrespecting you. You want to frog the fuck up? I got no problem. We'll step out and bang.
Nah,
I got no fucking
You
problem.
don't gotta do all that. It don't have to be.
It doesn't have to be like that, so stop making it like that.
I'm not.
Feel me?
All I was trying to do was just grab my phone, sir. I felt
like I told you. You're on lawful detention. You are not allowed to have your cell phone. You understand? You're not
Yes,
allowed to
sir.
be using it. So you can turn yours off right now. Otherwise,